There are rumors that a Halloween series is coming to Peacock. There's a few sources out there saying that Peacock has ordered a Halloween series. So what does that even mean? Does it mean that they're going to pick up where Halloween ends left off? Does it mean they're going to start from the very beginning? There's so many different directions that they can go with this. So I have a few ideas on where it could possibly go. Basically, about four different scenarios. So, scenario number one, if there's going to be a Halloween series, would we want to see it pick up from the very beginning? So, if you think about the Halloween 1978 film, do we want to see a complete retelling of that original story? Basically telling the story of young Michael for a part of that time, or for over the course of a few episodes before killing the sister. Do we want to see an entire first season of young Michael Myers and eventually the last episode, him killing the sister? That's one way it can go. Or they could basically tell that young Michael story in one or two episodes. Fast forward like they did in the film to where he's 21 years old and kind of retell that entire story, but they can go deeper over the course of 10 or 15 episodes where we get to see more of Annie's backstory, more of the relationship with Linda and Laurie, and kind of that friendship. We get to see it a little bit closer, making it more dramatic when he kills off the friends, toward the end of the season. So that's one possibility, a complete retelling of the original film. And then moving forward from there, if they decide to tell that original 1978 story over the course of one season, then what they could do is move on into seasons 2 and 3 and so on, giving us a completely new Michael Myers story. It can go any direction with it. It doesn't have to follow the same direction as Halloween 2 from 1981 or follow the Jamie Lloyd storylines. Like, they don't have to completely retell all of these movies. We already have that. They can use that first season to tell the 1978 story just much deeper, and then give us a completely new Michael Myers timeline moving forward for a couple of seasons, and however they want to do it. I think that would be great for us as Halloween fans, to just get a whole new Michael Myers timeline, especially after the way Halloween Ends ended. My next scenario would be to pick up where Halloween Ends left off. If you remember, at the very end of Halloween Ends, Laurie Strode is writing her book and she says, "Evil never dies, it just changes shape." They could literally pick up from that moment in a series, and maybe Corey Cunningham didn't die somehow. Maybe he survived that next snap. And if the evil was transferred to him, then it probably wouldn't have killed him anyway, right? So maybe we can get a new Corey Cunningham story. And I know for us as Halloween fans and me as like a Halloween purist, I don't want to see Corey Cunningham as the new Michael Myers. I want the actual Michael Myers. But I think it's pretty definitive that Michael Myers is dead after what we saw at the end of Halloween Ends. So maybe a new Corey Cunningham storyline unrelated to Michael moving forward would be nice. And then my final scenario would be something I've suggested in the past on previous videos, and that would be Season of the Witch series. I think that would be, for me, the logical place to go. I mean, we've had so many of the Michael Myers timelines already. We've only had one film of Season of the Witch, and while it wasn't very popular back when it came out, it's become a cult classic. People have really learned to love this movie now. And I think it would be interesting. I mean, throughout Halloween 2018, Halloween Kills, we did see the Silver Shamrock masks. I think it would be pretty cool to now take Season of the Witch and make that part of the same universe. At this point, why not, right? We've watched Michael Myers become supernatural again. When we originally thought he wasn't going to be supernatural after 2018, he was supposed to just be a human being. Clearly, Halloween Kills told us a whole different story. He's definitely supernatural. I would like to see these two stories exist in the same exact universe. Season of the Witch, you could bring back Conal Cochran, and maybe even bring Dan Chalice back into the mix, whether it's the original actor, Tom Atkins, or just someone else playing Dr. Chalice. That would be fine, but I would like to see a continuation of that story, really dragged out over a few different seasons. You know what I mean? Instead of ending it, telling the same story you did in the original film over one season, maybe we can do that, but then similar to my previous idea, give us a whole new story starting in season 2 and another story in season 3. Another scenario could be to do exactly what John Carpenter wanted to do to begin with, and that was to make an anthology. So maybe season 1 can tell the original Michael Myers story from 1978 over the course of a season. Season 2 can tell Season of the Witch, and then he can come up with a third original story and maybe a fourth, and it depends how they want to do it. But that's another possibility as well. I'll keep this one short as usual. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Would you want to see a much deeper version of the 1978 film drawn out over the course of a season and then give us something original after that? Would you want to see a continuation from Halloween Ends with the Corey Cunningham storyline, or maybe give us something completely different? Or would you want to see Season of the Witch and give us a whole new story behind that? And of course, the anthology idea that I just came up with while filming this video. So let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'll see you guys on the next video.